Hello everyone, BrickDark here. Today I'm reviewing the LEGO Star Wars Hoth ATST, which has 3 minifigures, 1 droid, 586 pieces, and retails in the United States for $50. So here we have the Hoth ATST driver, who is exclusive to this set. Really like the torso and leg print, though unfortunately the legs have a slightly washed out white compared to the rest of it, which is unfortunate. You can definitely see that, seeing as the middle crotch bit is in the Lego white, whereas the printing on the legs is faded. He does use that newer style one of these helmets with this little part on the side. It does have the goggles printed up top, as well as a face print that I'm not super familiar with. It has a different expression and different eyebrow colors than the ones that I'm used to seeing. So let me know that in the comments below if that is a new face print for 2022 or if that's an older face print that they used a couple years back. Anyways, he does have some white electro binoculars and a small blaster. Really nice figure, just a shame that the leg print is washed out. Here we have Snowy Chewie, which is a really cool variant of Chewbacca that I never thought of. That is something we could get, but he's got some very nice little snow on top of him that looks kind of like you dripped paint on him, but I wasn't expecting this extremely snow-covered one. This is fine. Would be nice if at some point they started having arm printing on Chewbacca's, but as it stands, this is about as good as you can get. That's how the headpiece works. It completely covers the torso. Then his accessory is this crossbow piece that acts like a stud shooter. The problem is this piece just doesn't seem to work. I push down, the stud barely comes out. I push down a bit harder, still it doesn't come out. I don't know what's wrong. This is a problem I've had not just with this version, but all versions of this crossbow piece. I just don't know why LEGO keeps trying to make this happen. It isn't. Just go back to the old crossbow piece. There was nothing wrong with that. But yeah, other than that, this is a really nice figure, and that isn't a problem with the set. It's just a problem with this piece and Chewbacca figures in general with that crossbow piece. It just doesn't work. Final true LEGO minifigure is this HothRebel trooper. This character, I believe, is an exclusive combination of parts, but no parts here are actually exclusive. There is some unprinted white legs, which I do kind of wish they added some white legs, but they do use this helmet piece, which if you're unfamiliar, you can have the goggles up there like I have them, or you could have them here. I think it looks a little ridiculous since they're very large, but having them up here looks pretty good. The face is Ajax from Eternals, and removing the backpack will get you a look at the back torso print as well as the back face print where she has a smirk. Always nice to get more of these, and especially considering that the Rebel Battle Pack is harder to get since it's exclusive to LEGO stores. It's always nice to add another doomed HothRebel trooper to a Hoth display. Also included in this set is a probe droid, and this is the first time they've made this in gray, which is actually accurate. And I think this is a very good probe droid. It's not my personal favorite design. It'll always be the 2007 one. There's something about the simplicity of that I just think can't be matched. But this one is on a triangular plate, which is interesting. I would have thought they would have used a square one, but no. You can move each of these arms individually, and they all have their own little things on there. It's a rather piece-dense build for something this small. And this is my first ever probe droid, and it's pretty nice. Not too much else to say. It's just a solid build and a nice inclusion. We don't get these figures often. So, here is the Hoth ATST. And I think it looks fine. It's not particularly remarkable. It looks very similar to other ATSTs we've gotten in the past. And I don't know where the 586 pieces went, because this does not seem like it is a nearly 600 piece build. To be fair, this is about like 30 pieces, but still, this doesn't feel like 550 pieces. This feels about the same size as the 430 piece ATST released in 2016. As for features, it's pretty standard for an ATST. You can move this leg back and forth. You can't move these legs out, which is something that can definitely be done, and it's what I think needs to be done for the next ATST. If not, then I might start having problems. This is about the last time I think that level of mobility is acceptable. You can move the main cannon up and down, and you can rotate this little part on the side as well as this part. And I will say these extra cannons on the side are attached rather securely. These do have a tendency to fall off sometimes. I think I might have built this one a little bit wrong, but I still think it looks good enough. Then looking on inside, there is a control panel. I don't know if you can, yeah, you can just about see it. There's also a clip to hold the electro binoculars or blaster. So you can put the electro binoculars on the white clip, and then you can put the blaster on the black clip. Then you can fit your Hoth ATST driver right in there, and it fits very snugly, as you can see. Close that on up, and you can also just open up this one hatch if you would like. As for other features, you can see this knob back here. That turns the head complete 360, which is pretty nice. Then finally, there's some triggers at the back that fire off spring-loaded shooters. So yeah, nothing that different since 2007, really. And I really do think if they want to get more people to buy the next ATST, they need to make these legs move out. It is definitely possible. Oh, and that's one little complaint. These parts on the side are not attached very strongly, so they do tend to fall off. But yeah, that's about it for the Hoth ATST. It's a pretty standard ATST, in all honesty. The box for this is very tall, though I don't know what box size this actually is. But yeah, you can see on the back the features of the set, as well as the Chewbacca up top for reference. And on the side, you do have that nice Empire Strikes Back emblem, as well as the Empire Strikes box art with the dark blue stripe and the Darth Vader at the bottom. I like this new box art, but I don't really care that much. The instructions are rather large, and at the end, there's an ad for the Skywalker Saga, as well as some other Hoth sets, including 2020 Hoth AT-AT and the 2021 Hoth Microfighters, as well as the other January 2022 Star Wars sets. But yeah, that's about it for this set. So, this is an ATST. It's about all I can really say. It's got some very nice figures. It's always nice to get another HothRebel trooper, and the 2 exclusive figures are very nice. And the probe droids inclusion is also welcome, as we don't get them very often. The last one I think was in 2019 with one of those action battle sets. And the set itself is good. It's a well-made ATST build. Some people are complaining about how the head looks. I don't really care that much. I think it looks fine, but it's just rather unremarkable. I own every place scale Lego Star Wars ATST, aside from the First Order ATST, and having built a lot of them, this feels just like another ATST, very similar to the 2016 and 2019 ATSTs. I really do hope that the next time LEGO makes an ATST, whenever they do 3 years down the line, they add the extra mobility, because in canon, these legs can move outward, like that, and they can move outward and up, which is something that the current ATSTs do not offer, and it is easily possible. They just might have to bump up the price to $60 and make a more substantial build, which I'm completely fine with, because as it stands, only having the legs move backwards isn't good for different display options. This is it. It won't stand in any other position with the legs moved back, and that's something I really think needs to be improved upon, because this vehicle is actually very mobile in canon, but this is the last time I think it's acceptable. If they don't add that the next time they make a LEGO ATST, then I'm going to start having problems. But as it stands, I think this is fine, as long as it's the last one. Overall, this set's a good ATST. It's just, as someone who owns all ATSTs that LEGO has ever made, it's just unremarkable. I give it a 7 out of 10. It is a good set, do not get me wrong, it is a good set. And if you buy this for a kid, or if you buy it for yourself, you will enjoy it. But for me personally, it's just another ATST, and that isn't the most exciting thing. The most exciting part is the figure selection. But that's it for this video. See you guys later. Peace.